work with stakeholders like cities or government agencies or community organizations, we typically get the question, how can we make this more relevant and salient for local communities, for individuals? And this is the background for OcellusXR. OcellusXR is a mixed reality application that has two modes. One is basically an augmented reality layer in the urban setting. So as you're at street level, you can explore your familiar surroundings, but now augmented with heat and flood data on buildings, and you literally see nuisance flooding as well as 1 foot flooding or extreme flooding in the future in your area. So it helps with the understanding and the preparedness that goes along with that. In addition, we have a tabletop AR version, which means you can use any physical surfaces to project maps, 3D maps of the city onto those surfaces and talk with peers and others in the room about it. I should add also that we have a web platform that is global and international in its nature, so those become sort of hand-in-hand efforts in the dissemination for OcellusXR. The app is an outcome from working with partners on urban resilience, and the Urban Systems Lab works on design, research, and engagement around topics, who and how and where climate change affects people. So when we work with stakeholders like cities or government agencies or community organizations, we typically get the question, how can we make this more relevant and salient for local communities, for individuals? And this is the background for OcellusXR. Why is OcellusXR needed? As a mobile application, it engages new audiences, younger audiences, and also helps us in workshops and educational settings disseminate and distribute the app through the most common device that we all have, which is our mobile phone. So instead of having specialized equipment and platforms and maps, this is something that can reach individuals, also groups, and folks engaging in planning collectively. I think mostly individuals who engage communities in preparedness aspects will benefit the most, because it is very difficult in our busy lives to understand how these small changes but also extreme heat and flood events impact us. So by being able to focus on individual block for a particular event, it will help individuals understand what their risk is in their neighborhoods, and also help groups and educators go to remote places and understand those same risks there. So we feel it closes a gap between expert audiences and communities in New York. For the future, we hope OcellusXR will be able to help with science communication, but also citizen science, so that we get input from individuals and get live observations for extreme events. So if there's, for instance, a flood event that you can help report, flag, and provide this first-person perspective back to the research efforts. So this way, it's not just a one-way street where one observes and consumes these products, but also becomes part of those resiliency efforts themselves.